So tip 4 is never, ever, 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 ever email a quote without a conversation. And this is actually one of our top performing videos on YouTube. So if you haven't already, go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'd love that. But there's really 5 key reasons. I could probably think of a bajillion reasons we should never email a quote to a prospect. And I actually believe this for remarkets and for new business. The top one is quotes are confusing. Have you ever looked at an insurance quote yourself as an outsider or sent one to a friend or your family? Let me tell you something. My mom doesn't know what water sewer backup is. And I can tell you hands out that the problem that you run into is when you confuse, you lose. I'm using a Don Miller quote from Story Brand. But the bottom line is when you send something very confusing to somebody, there is only one thing that happens. You get them confused, and that either triggers them to shop, zone out, or become overwhelmed and angry. And that's not something that you want in a new business prospect. So I'm going to break this down. Think of it this way. When you bring your car into the mechanic and they say, hey, you need some work, do they just email it to you and say, let me know what you want to do? No, they call you and explain it and get buy-in and get the call to action of, do you want to get this done today? I can take it today. We have to be better than car mechanics. We're protecting what people work hard for. The second reason is I can tell you what happens when someone gets a quote emailed to them. This is what happens. It comes in, they open it up, and they look at one thing. It starts with P and ends with rice. It's called price. And there's so many things that go into price today, whether it's coverage or 6-month term versus a year-long term, and people can make bad decisions just based on price. That's something we need to avoid dramatically in a big way. And so if you want to sell value, you don't want to be a price-driven agency, this is a great way. And people make bad decisions. The next thing we have to realize, tip 3, is our value is to educate clients. It's not just to try to match a price. We're here to make sure that they protect what they work hard for every single day. And so when we're doing that, in order to make sure we understand that, people need to have a conversation, have options, and talk them through what water sewer backup is. Don't expect them to look at it and then want to have the conversation with you. They're gone. They made a decision if they think you're great or not. And if they haven't, or they like the price, they may not care about all the coverages, and then they just bought on price, which means your agency has to service them on price, which is a problem. Next up, emails, your hard work. That's your proprietary information. This is tip 4. Your proprietary information, something that took you 1+ hours to put together and polish up on a bow, can get easily forwarded to your competition or the incumbent agent, which means that you're going to do another agent's job. Much easier to get on the phone with somebody than to do somebody else's job. And you've all lost a deal this way, so you know what I'm talking about. Finally, 3 options is what we usually recommend. We think everybody should get a couple options on their insurance. And so if we're going to do multiple quotes, because we don't want to just be order takers, right? If somebody orders home or auto, we want to cross-sell them, make those recommendations of what they really need and what they really believe in. Then we're all of a sudden sending 3-4 quotes maybe with 3 different options. Talk about a nightmare of an email. If you're doing it right, email is not your way of doing it. So we really want you to be ridiculously amazing in 2021, which means stop emailing quotes. Instead, quote over the phone, which we're huge advocates of, or 2, set an appointment with somebody to go over the options. You can email them after, but I'd even love for you to email them an application, not a quote. So those are our tips. One other thing too, we've moved our 3-minute videos to be on social media with a weekly recap, or we're going to do a podcast as well. So if you're driving and you want to hear them, you can. But if you want to get them daily, make sure you subscribe to our channel so that you can get them, or watch for our weekly email. Also, I just want to let you know, we have officially launched our new website, so go check it out. We have processes you can buy on our website. We've got coaching hours you can buy right on our website. And we, of course, have our big performance agency performance program, which is a 2-year boot camp, all intensive. Let me come in there and work with your agency on all the things you've been learning on our 3-minute videos. So we hope that you check those out. Have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow with our next ridiculously amazing insurance agent tip. Take care. One more PSA announcement. Did you know we're launching a new course on January 15th? We have a whole new online course all on how to reduce personal lines and small commercial remarketing, but still keep retention high and your clients happy. You might be thinking this is the holy grail. How does that all work? Well, we find that remarketing is one of the biggest time sucks agencies have. And when we over remarket, we don't get to do some of the fun stuff like cross-selling, increasing coverage, and really being an advisor to clients. So we want to teach every agency out there how to have an effective conversation on rates. This course is robust. We talk all about why rate matters to clients, why it matters to the agency. We have role-playing videos, we have scripts, we have above agency standard rate increase, below agency standard rate increase, what to do if someone calls in and what to do if you're calling out. But the whole, guys, is to have a better conversation and not be scared of rate, but walk into the conversation with confidence, a game plan, and help the client understand what's important. Some clients do lead to remarketing, and that's okay, but we're also going to teach you how to present that in a way that gets the job done. So if you're interested, it's going to launch January 15th. You can subscribe to it in our agency performance pack, which has our sales, time management, retention, and how to convert inbound calls into opportunity. You get all that as a subscription, or you can buy it as a standalone course, whichever is best for your agency. Be on the lookout. We're going to do 33% off until February 1st. So you have a window of about 2 weeks, January 15th to the 1st. Take a peek. Can't wait to see you there as a client. But until then, let's keep moving on as we go through our ridiculously amazing agent videos.
I'm Kelly Donahue-Piro, and I'm leading the charge of making insurance agencies ridiculously amazing. You may be wondering what that entails. Ridiculously amazing agents outlast the suck of change. They enthusiastically try, even when it's uncomfortable. They're never busy and always productive, and they would never email a quote without a conversation to a prospect or client. They are consistently proactive and reject reactive strategies. They remember to slow down, to speed up, and they don't make sales a dirty word. They have a Tigger mentality, and they reject Eeyores every chance they get. They are not intimidated by having a conversation about insurance rates. They are an educator that uses knowledge as the sword to fight against price. Ultimately, they recognize the honor they have of protecting what people work hard for. If you want to become a ridiculously amazing agency, let's take the next steps together.